Everybody, and welcome to the regular work session for October 17th, 2023 at 7 o'clock. I'd like to call this meeting to order. May I have roll call, please?
Mayor Orndorff.
Here.
Commissioner Hewitt.
Here.
Vice Mayor Suey.
Here.
Commissioner Watson.
Here.
Commissioner Romanek.
Here.
May I have Reverend Murkys with the invocation followed by the salute of the flag, please?
Let us pray. In this day and age, we pray for our world and we pray for peace. We are grateful for our city, for our leadership. We pray your blessing on tonight's meeting, that you would lead us forward by your grace in all things. We ask it in your name. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This meeting is being conducted in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act of 1975, was advertised, posted, and made available to the public as required by statute. The municipal clerk is directed to include a statement of the minutes of this meeting. Madam Clerk, are there any changes to this agenda?
No, Mayor, there are none.
Thank you. No presentations, correct?
No.
Make a motion to pay the bills. Second motion.
A motion and second to pay the bills. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Hewitt.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Suey.
Yes.
Commissioner Watson.
Yes.
Commissioner Romanek.
Yes.
Mayor Orndorff.
Yes.
Okay, motion carries.
Make a motion to approve and dispense with the reading of the following minutes and to proceed with the regular order of business, August 2nd, 2023 regular meeting, and August 15th, 2023 work session.
Second motion.
A motion and second to approve and dispense minutes of the meetings and work session. Any comments? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Hewitt.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Suey.
Yes.
Commissioner Watson.
Yes.
Commissioner Romanek.
Yes.
Mayor Orndorff.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Public comment on agenda items only. If anybody has questions or concerns on agenda items, please come to the podium, state those questions or concerns, and please limit those comments to 5 minutes.
Good evening, Patricia Kears, 409 Peach Drive. I have a question on resolution number 4 for the Mill Yard Walk. The total project is going to be $717,605.84. And I see we're getting the $304,997.85, and we're going to authorize the insertion into the budget, and then there'll be a resolution somewhere here.
It's item number
Two.
1 under resolutions?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, thank you.
You're good.
Are we guaranteed to get the difference between the difference of $412,607.99?
Yeah, it's all part of the grant.
That's all part of the grant. Thank you. Resolution 4 concerning the professional services agreement for McManamon, Scotland, and Bauman LLC. They got a $30,000 one-year contract on June 7th, or right about there. And now they want an additional 25 for the remainder of this year. Does that mean they'll be coming back for another 25 for the last 4 months of the contract, or what?
There are two separate contracts. One is for economic development, and this one is for environmental services.
Okay,
Realize it's a large firm with several lawyers, and they do several different things. We previously had an environmental attorney
yes.
that has exceeded his, the amount that we allotted to him.
Is that
And
Franklin
we're-
Reisenberger?
And we're switching attorneys,
So you're switching from
providing
him?
the resolution passes.
Okay. Resolution number 6, the Super Cab box truck. We purchased one in April, and I can't find what department that went to. And then we got the 4 vehicles for $205,000 that went to construction and inspection in September. And now we're getting another new vehicle I guess for the sewer utility?
Yes, the vehicle that's replacing is 28 years old.
Okay. The vehicles that are purchased, they're charged off to that department, correct?
This vehicle is charged to the sewer department.
Okay. If it's charged to a certain department, do the vehicles stay with that department, or do they get moved?
Usually they stay for a certain period of time. If there are needs in other departments, then we will move them or share them.
Okay, resolution number 7, we're extending the conditional designation for the redeveloper. Has anything been done at all with this to date?
Yes.
And what has been done to date?
What's that?
So do you want Brock to go over that since?
No, they've been out there, we've given them access agreements to go out there and do their outbound surveys and stuff like that.
That's their entire purpose?
No, that's not their entire purpose.
Yeah,
Their entire purpose is to redevelop the industrial park. So when you do that, there are certain plans that have to be done. There are certain due diligence with environmental stuff. You can imagine out at the old airport that there are plenty of things that they want to be very diligent about, right? So there's also coordination with electric, coordination with all the other utilities, water, sewer, all that stuff. So all that comes into play.
We've been having nearly weekly meetings with them. There's a redevelopment agreement and a purchase and sale agreement that today I understand that those are under terms finally that are agreeable to both sides. There remains a finance agreement that's going to need to be negotiated. I think what we would like to do in an ideal situation is to have all three of those done at the same time and approve them at once. So that's yet to be decided as to how that's going to be handled, but it's a big project.
Okay. Resolution number 8, where is that stormwater coming from that's going to be diverted?
Mostly from the airport.
All from the airport?
Not all, but mostly.
Okay, from the new development that's anticipated, or just?
No, it's well, you're good with Oprah. There's a report from, I think, 1995 or 1998 that indicates this was a problem then. Okay? So this will address that problem. We attempted to get the DRBA to address it. They did not want to address it. They said it was here when we got the airport. We're not fixing it.
Okay, and then, that's actually it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Seeing nobody else, will close public comment on agenda items only. Petitions and letters, nothing, correct?
Here, none.
Okay. Reports to commissioners, Commissioner Romanek?
Yes, Mayor. I would like to say that zoning board's next meeting will be on November 2nd at 6 p.m. Planning board is November 13th at 6:30 p.m. And a note for the next city commission meeting, even though I probably will say this again later on, will be November 8th because that 7th is election day here in the city and in county. So it gets moved to the next day. Other than that, Mayor, update on Mr. Calci. He's actively learning and working well with feeding information and through all housing and planning and zoning. You know, our city is big and endeavorous, but he's seeming like he's getting a firm grasp on everything that he has under to do with him. So, other than that, Mayor, that is all I have.
Thank you. Commissioner Hewitt?
Yes, thank you. We've got some people here for this meeting, so I'm going to go ahead and repeat what we talked about earlier in the work session. Police and fire, rescue. I got to give a big kudos to them. We've had a busy month. 3 cars into buildings. Pretty large fire over at the Woodland apartment complex this past Saturday. I got there, police were already helping the fire department pull their hoses and everything, get hooked up to hydrant, get water. Just like always, public safety is a team here in this city now. and I want to give a big thank you to everybody involved. We had the yearly memorial service for fire and EMS personnel, retired or working. It's a yearly service for those that we've lost over the past year. This year, Millville honored 5 folks that we lost in the fire and rescue department. I was present. There were a lot of people present. It's for all the fire companies in the county. I'm hoping maybe next year we could get a little bit more attendance from the commission, because it is a very important thing. There might be questions out there about buying bulletproof vests. This is a grant that we have applied for. It's a yearly grant. Firehouse Subs, they're up in North Jersey, central North Jersey. Every year, they pick something that is specific to their grants. This year, we have put in for a $40,000 and change grant for ballistic vests. My fire department has ballistic vests. My EMTs share vests with the firefighters. I want to be clear, this is not because of Millville. That's what I hear a lot. This is the world, people. Sadly, this is the world. I was over at a situation the other day on Saturday after the fire, and I got pulled out of the street, off the side of the street, and put behind a vehicle because I didn't have a vest on. That's the type of situation it was. So if there's any questions, I just want to put that out there. It is a grant, and it will be buying 22 vests for our EMT squads. With that, I would like to receive and file the Millville PD stats for the month of September 2023. Make a motion.
Second motion.
A motion to receive and file police reports for this month of September. Comments? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Hewitt?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Sui?
Yes.
Commissioner Watson?
Yes.
Commissioner Romanek?
Yes.
Mayor Orndorff?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries.
Is that all, Commissioner Hewitt?
Yes, that's it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Commissioner Watson?
Yeah, I do have an update from the Streets and Roads Department. Let's go over this real quick. Storm drain pipe at Buck and Foundry was completed. They are waiting for a permanent patch. The sinkhole at North and Green Street was investigated. Seems to be a compaction issue, so we're just going to keep an eye on that. Storm drain repair at 900 block of Mulberry was complete. The cul-de-sac repair at the end of Driscoll was complete. Streets and Roads are currently working on storm drain repairs at 426. Sorry, can't read my own handwriting. Ellen Court. There we go. The Streets and Roads brush. The brush hog is now in service, and roadside cutting has begun, and loose leaves will begin the first week of November. If anybody has any questions, 825-7000, extension 7388. We'll be happy to answer your calls. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Vice Mayor?
Yeah, first I'd like to make a motion to receive and file the tax collector's report for the month of September 2023.
Second motion.
A motion second to receive and file the tax collector's report for September 2023. Comments? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Hewitt?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Sui?
Yes.
Commissioner Watson?
Yes.
Commissioner Romanek?
Yes.
Mayor Orndorff?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries.
Second, I'm going to get into Four Seasons development a little bit. So the residents of Four Seasons are requesting assistance in dealing with the developer, and they have been for quite some time. We've been doing what we can, and I'll get into what we've been doing shortly. They also reached out to the County of Cumberland, who reached out to us, and they reached out to Congressman Van Drew's office that reached out to us. So, with regards to Four Seasons development in Phase 2, routine engineering inspections are completed on the infrastructure construction, water mains, services, sanitary sewer mains, road constructions, curbing, ADA compliant ramps and sidewalks. Now, the next phase of the development has been on hold until issues with the construction have been corrected to the satisfaction of the city. So Torresdale paving, Torresdale's a street, paving was unacceptable and a hazard. Base paving was recently completed The final paving will be done in the spring when the asphalt road construction resumes. Street lighting in the development is incomplete. Regency, which is the company doing the lighting apparently, is authorized Atlantic City Electric to move forward with lighting purchasing and installation. Several ADA curb ramps are not in compliance with the public right-of-way access guidelines. The ramps have been identified by engineering and are awaiting replacement. Stormwater basin maintenance on ponds required to a situation from construction. Engineering is reviewing the project performance bonds amounts to compare the value of outstanding work to be completed on Phase 2D. Field meeting schedule is scheduled to review above list of items to be completed prior to moving on with Phase 3, Planning Board reviews. Phase 3 will require additional performance bond posting and inspection, Planning Board escrows that have to be established. Paving contractors have been reaching out to the city for completion of the surface course paving on Phase 2D. Work will include installation of temporary cul-de-sac at the end of Wharton Street, leading to future Phase 4. Final paving completion is weather dependent and by NJ DOT specifications requires acceptable ambient temperature and minimum base temperature of 41 degrees Fahrenheit for thickness of 1 to 2 inches in surface. Four Seasons completing Phase 2D surface course paving, issues with residents' complaints on lighting. Atlantic City Electric evaluated the current design of Phase 3 and made additional recommendations for roadway lighting. The ACE design was forwarded to the developer for revisions to Phase 3. And we will be completing the review of the Phase 2D lighting. Engineering and bond estimates were reviewed for Phase 3 and recommendation have been sent to the developer. So we're doing what we can. A lot of it is going to be between the developer and the homeowners association and the residents. So rest assured the city's doing everything we can, and hopefully this will all become compliant and completed next year. Progress.
Thank you. I have a little bit of a lengthy report. However, I figured I'd get it all done now instead of at the end, so just bear with me a moment. Parks Department has been making the last rounds for cutting grass as we are looking forward to wrapping up 2023 cutting season. Upcoming events for the city. The annual Halloween decorating contest is open now until Friday, October 27th at noon. Register your home or business for a chance to win a spooktacular gift card by emailing samantha.cruz@millvillenj.gov. Come help solve the mystery of who killed Governor Stokes at our Mystery on High Street event that will take place this Friday, October 20th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. along High Street. There will be pumpkin decorating, face painting, magic, games, music, hair stenciling, and so much more. And of course, it is all free to our families. Along with these awesome activities, there will be ghost stories being told at 5 locations performed by the For the Whim Theater Productions. We're looking forward to a fun and spooky evening. Also this weekend, the city will be hosting a new event, the Fall Block Party, that will take place this Saturday, October 21st from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. at Buck Park. Buck Street will be closed down and we'll have food vendors, community booths, games, live music, and much more as well. You don't want to miss the pumpkin pie and corn on the cob eating contests. Those contests will take place around 6:45, and we hope to see everybody there as well. It's a busy weekend in the city. Lastly, to complete our October fun, the annual pumpkin extravaganza will be held on Saturday, October 28th from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. on Pine Street between 2nd and 3rd Street, just like Play Streets. There will be a trunk or treat, pumpkin decorating, games, music, and more. If you have any questions about these events, please contact the Millville Recreation Department. I'd like to just speak on about a few events that I've been able to attend recently around town. Last weekend we had the Wheaton Arts Festival at Wheaton's, which was a great, always a great event to attend. Saturday was the marching band's competition all day, a crazy weather. It was hot in the morning, rainy in the afternoon, and freezing at night. So they had about 23 bands, I think, perform, which was a great to see. Great event for Millville, Fine and Performing Arts. And then Sunday it was a beautiful weather and a beautiful turnout over at Wheaton's. My daughter always goes and finds Christmas presents for her friends, so we had great time doing that. I was also invited and had a privilege of attending a Freedom Reigns at Silica Sands, also known as the Northeast Precast location, this past Saturday. This was a tremendous event to raise money and awareness for the Patriot Fund. Veteran and United States Marine Corps Special Forces Commander Dr. Damon Freeman spoke of his experiences and struggles being a veteran, of someone who has seen things that most of us will probably never ever see or encounter at all in our lives. It's pretty graphic, and there's 2 children here. I do not want to get into the graphic details, but his struggles of being a veteran and the struggles of being able to have services provided by the government, and I personally, I don't think our veterans should struggle to be meet the needs of being able to live comfortably in our country, especially after seeing the things that these gentlemen have, and men and women who have served our country. His story briefly was his family moved to America, and the country provided for his family. And as he got older, he realized that a country provided for him and was very grateful for that. And he decided to serve our country. And he served multiple tours and has seen unfortunate things that I don't wish upon anybody, but I am thankful for the men and women who have served our country. I met with him after the event and thanked him, and I said, I think it'd be really great if we could get you to come and speak to our schools. I think our youth need to hear those stories. Our youth, unfortunately, have not seen wars. I mean, 9/11 is probably the most drastic thing that I think that we've seen, and you guys have, I'm sure have seen on the news the recent wars in the world. However, locally or in the States, we're not privileged to privilege isn't the word. We haven't seen drastic wars in many years. And I think the youth needs to understand our history and realize what our soldiers go through and face. So he is welcome to come, and he's willing to come speak to our students. Again, it was just a really great, moving event. And last Thursday, I had the honor, and I was asked to speak at the Women's Luncheon this past Thursday. And first, let me say those women can cook. I had the most amazing lunch, and it was delicious. I'm still waiting on the recipes from the ladies, but I went basically unprepared and just spoke from the heart as I normally do, and it was great. And it was nice to have so many women supporting other females in the community, and hearing all that they do for our community. And Patty, you were there, and as the treasurer, I appreciate what you and all of the women do in the community. It's really, really impressive. I was just like, holy cow, I don't know how you do it. But thank you, and the ladies who contribute all that time. And Spear, there's a couple events I got to be involved with the Spear. Again, I do apologize for the long report here. I attended to the kickoff of the Millville Community Health Worker Program at the Holly City Development Center. Thank you to the community members, Jane and Peter Coletto, for your generous support that allowed Inspire to create and expand community health work program. And just for this program, it is an integral and growing part of Inspire's commitment to address population health concerns with a focus on social detriments of health. Community health workers are frontline public health workers who act as a bridge between their communities and their healthcare and social services systems. They build trusting relationships and learn about their clients' lives and their communities, resources and needs, and the barriers they face to being as healthy as possible. Their work can include helping patients navigate the healthcare and social service systems, supporting new parents, trying to read too fast here, connecting people to programs that can address their needs, and ensuring patients follow their care plans. This is a great resource to community members here in the city. If anybody has wants more information, you can reach the program through 856-641-6252. I also then attended a Millville Chamber event at the Life Center on Delsey Drive. Most people look at this building as Inspira has changed it recently and not aware of what's going on in the building. The Inspira Life program enables seniors to live independently, safely, and in comfort of their own homes while being closely monitored by a team of healthcare professionals. This program provides inclusive care to eligible participants 55 years and older that meet nursing home level care. Again, there's a lot of resources that this facility offers to our county. It's not just Millville. This is county-wide, Salem County, Cumberland County, and tons of resources. I'm hoping that we are able to have the Life Center come to our senior center and share those resources with our seniors and hopefully get a tour so they're aware of the services that are there. For more information, you can contact the office there at 800-245-4143. The last event that I was able to attend was for Sticks for Students, which is a collaborative new program among Inspira Health, the Philadelphia Wings, the Cumberland County Prosecutor's Office, and many community partners. We are fortunate to have a dedicated community member, David Kahn, coaching our Millville, South Jersey Sticks lacrosse team. I'd like to just invite Mr. Kahn to come up and just speak about this program and the awesome things that are happening in our community and our youth. If you don't mind just speaking to it, I think it's just really great what's happening for our youth in the county. And maybe you can recruit a few lacrosse members.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for the opportunity to give you a little bit of background on the program. We started our recreational lacrosse program here in Millville about 4 months ago, and we started the nonprofit paperwork, and we finally got our approval in September. We've been up and running now for a little bit over a month. We have practices twice a week over at Silver Run School from 5:30 until 7. We have about, maybe between 17 and 20 Millville residents that come out, children between the ages of kindergarten and high school, actually. For those who don't know me, I'm a Millville High School teacher. I'm the men's lacrosse coach as well. So some of my high school student athletes are some of our coaches that come out and help coach our South Jersey attack. We were recommended to the Philadelphia Wings program. I don't know how they found out about us, but they did. And we're very fortunate that we fell into that small group of people who are asked to participate in this program, which affords up-and-coming programs like ours and those which don't even exist anymore. For instance, the PAL programs, Millville, Vineland, Bridgeton, PAL, they were offered the opportunity to also participate. Casa Proc is involved. There are other community programs which were also nominated to be a part of this program. And the program itself donates 30 sticks, 30 pennies, I believe it's 20 balls, 4 nets, and coaching experience for the programs so they can get up and running. In just a few months, like I said, we have between 17 and 22 residents that come out. And our team is open to Cumberland County, but oh no, it's not true. We do have one player from Vineland that, unfortunately, we're training the enemy. We'll be playing against him. So it's open to everybody in Cumberland County, and so we're very fortunate to be a part of that event. I'm honored that they selected us. This is actually the jersey that they made for us. They made one for every one of the programs. It's an official Wings jersey. And then on the back, they put every program's name that is actually a participant. So ours is South Jersey Attack. And the other really nice thing that they're doing is a lot of our youth don't have any experience with lacrosse. They have no idea what it is. Pretty good, thank you. They don't. Oops, I took it. It goes back on, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Not really experienced at this. So a lot of our youth in Millville and Cumberland County in general don't have experience with lacrosse. So this really is an entry-level program, and if we can be up and running and we have 17, 22 come every night, If we could do that in every city, pretty soon we're going to have a functioning recreational program in every city. We're very fortunate in that we have an up and running program. We also have a high school men's lacrosse team. Vineland has a men's lacrosse team, but no recreational program, so they don't have a feeder program, which is good for us, bad for them. Bridgeton doesn't have either, and I would love to see this program flourish so that we do have in Cumberland County a much larger representation of youth lacrosse players. And I know yesterday at the meeting, or excuse me, at the press conference, there was a lot of talk of raising our youth to be to go out and get scholarships and be D1 players. And we've been very fortunate so far in Millville. We've had one player leave our program and play D1 lacrosse down in Baltimore. But the important thing is that we're raising. I tell my parents and I tell my athletes, I'm not raising you to be a lacrosse player. I'm raising you to be a better person. And I think that that's what the sport really does for us. It gives them a sense of belonging where they didn't have it before. It's a very family-oriented sport. It's a very close-knit sport. I dare to say here in Thunderbolt country that it's closer knit than football, but it truly is. We have many community events. We're having a press conference tomorrow. We joined up with a company called LifeVac. I don't know if you guys know what that is or not. It's a device that you can put on somebody that's choking. It goes over their mouth. It's almost like a plunger, and you push it down and you pull it up real quick, and it sucks out whatever it is that's impeding their ability to breathe. Our lacrosse program, our men's lacrosse program at Millville High School, partnered with LifeVac, and they are providing one to every single school in our district starting tomorrow. So those are the types of things that our programs are teaching our young adults, our young men and young women through the sport of lacrosse. So if we didn't have that, there's 25, 30 student athletes that would not have this experience. So what they're doing for us at the lower level is going to pay dividends as these young men and women get older. And we also have a women's team. I don't mean to leave them out. We have a men's program with South Jersey Attack and a women's program with South Jersey Attack, and they are sponsoring both of our programs with whatever they need. So it's been an outstanding it's been an outstanding opportunity for us so far. So thank you. If anybody has any questions, please reach out. We're on southjerseyattack.com.
David, thank you. And
Thanks
just
very
to let everybody know, this is not just a one-year commitment to Cumberland County. The Wings committed 3 years to the county to provide the items that David mentioned. So it's really great for the youth to be able to get involved with the lacrosse. And I know there's, like you said, there's tons of scholarships, but it's really not about the scholarships. It's really about, guiding our youth and teaching them and getting them off the streets and letting them participate and learn different skills. So again, thank you, David, for being here. And again, I do apologize for the lengthy report for this evening, but that's all I have. So moving on. Ordinances under the second reading, please.
All right, our first item is an ordinance authorizing amendment to motor vehicle and traffic regulations, municipal code, Article 10, Schedule 21, to add parking reserved for handicapped persons at 701 East Mulberry Street.
Make motion?
Second motion.
A motion is second on ordinance item number 1. There is a public hearing on this. If anybody has any questions or concerns in this item, please come to the podium and state those. Seeing nobody, will close the public comment, or public hearing, excuse me. Any comments of commissioners? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Hewitt?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Sui?
Yes.
Commissioner Watson?
Yes.
Commissioner Romanek?
Yes.
Mayor Orndorff?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries.
Ordinances under the first reading, please.
All right, we have an ordinance amending Millville Code, Chapter 30, Land Use and Development Regulations, Article 11, Zoning Districts and Map, Section 117.7, Mobile Home District, MHD, to add new subsection B14.
Make a motion on ordinance in the first reading, item number 1.
Second motion.
I have motion and second on ordinance item number 1. Any comments? A roll call, please.
Commissioner Hewitt?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Sui?
Yes.
Commissioner Watson?
Yes.
Commissioner Romanek?
Yes.
Mayor Orndorff?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Consent agenda items, please.
Okay, all matters listed under the consent agenda are considered to be routine and non-controversial by the Board of Commissioners and will be approved by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a governing body member so requests, in which case the item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered in its normal sequence on the agenda. Item 1 is a resolution authorizing special assessment of municipal liens for certain properties due to expenses incurred by the City of Millville relating to board and secure plus administrative fees in accordance with Chapter 11, Article 6 of the Municipal Code. Item 2 is a resolution authorizing adjustments in the tax and utility records. Item 3 is a resolution authorizing special assessment of municipal liens for property located at Block 308, Lot 6, 631 Buck Street due to expenses incurred by the City of Millville relating to a tree removal plus administrative fees in accordance with Chapter 11, Article 6 of the Municipal Code. Item 4 is a resolution authorizing the insertion of an additional item of revenue in the calendar year 2023 budget, which is now available from the New Jersey Department of Transportation, Division of Local Aid and Economic Development, Millyard Riverfront Walk in the amount of $304,997.85. Item 5 is a resolution authorizing the execution of a grant application and grant agreement for grant funding from the Firehouse Subs Foundation in the amount of $40,025 to fund the purchase of ballistic vests for Millville Fire Department EMS.
Make a motion to approve all consent agenda items.
Second the motion.
Okay, a motion is second to approve all consent agenda items. Any comments? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Hewitt?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Sui?
Yes.
Commissioner Watson?
Yes.
Commissioner Romanek?
Yes.
Mayor Orndor?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries.
Resolutions.
Okay, item 1 is a resolution approving standard form agreement between the City of Millville and McCormick Taylor Incorporated for design and construction administration services for the Millyard Riverfront Walk project in an amount not to exceed $304,997.85.
Move the resolution. I have certification of funds in the amount of $304,997.85 signed by the CFO, Marcel Shepherd.
Second motion.
I have a motion second on resolution item number 1. Any comments? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Hewitt?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Sui?
Yes.
Commissioner Watson?
Yes.
Commissioner Romanek?
Yes.
Mayor Orndor?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Item 2 is a resolution approving mutual release agreement settling litigation between Marmero Law LLC, Alicia Romali, and the City of Millville.
Move the resolution.
Second motion.
I have a motion second on resolution item number 2. Any comments?
Yes, this is where the firm of Marmero was suing us for whatever it was, $29,000, I believe, $29,000, and for non-payment for work that I didn't think they completed. So we said, go ahead and sue us. Brock filed some counterclaims, dismissed with prejudice. That means it can't be refiled when the next commission comes in. So this is what happens when you stand up to people that are going to threaten to sue you or sue you. You win. That's it.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Hewitt?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Sui?
Yes.
Commissioner Watson?
Yes.
Commissioner Romanek?
Yes.
Mayor Orndor?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Item 3 is a resolution of support for suitability of cannabis business with Elite Business Management Services LLC at Block 265, Lot 4, 1201 North 10th Street.
Make the motion on resolution item number 3.
Second motion.
I have a motion second on resolution item number 3. Any comments?
Yes. Some of my more astute colleagues may have noticed that one of the principals for this company has a past criminal record. Now, the New Jersey Cannabis Regulatory Commission has focused on and encouraged those individuals to participate in the cannabis industry per their well-described social equity initiative. Now, approximately 70% of the applicants that we have approved so far have disclosed some criminal record. Now, on the CRC website, I'll read what it says and why, in their opinion, they do it. The war on drugs has disproportionately affected black and brown people in their neighborhoods. Even as cannabis legalization expands across the country, the ill effects are still evident. According to the ACLU, on average, a black person is 3.64 times more likely to be arrested for marijuana possession than a white person, even though black and white people use marijuana at similar rates. This disparity is why social equity is central to the Cannabis Regulatory Enforcement Assistance and Marketplace Modernization Act and to the application rules created by the New Jersey Cannabis Regulatory Commission. It is an essential aspect of the Commission's work to help repair the damage done to people in neighborhoods that were marginalized and subject to mass criminalization during cannabis prohibition. Our aim is to do this through two primary initiatives: the prioritization of social equity business in the cannabis business licensing process, and the investment of tax revenue raised from cannabis sales into communities negatively impacted by cannabis prohibition. So social economic businesses, or businesses owned, social equity businesses, are businesses owned by the people who have lived in an economically disadvantaged area of the state or who have convictions for cannabis-related offenses, expunged or not. The social equity applicants are prioritized in the business license application process. That means these applications are reviewed before all other applications, regardless when they are received. All applications are accepted on a rolling basis. There's no deadlines. Social equity micro businesses are considered first, then social equity standard businesses, then those applying for conversion from conditional to annual license. The economic environment where resources such as real estate and capital are finite, and this prioritization helps to level the field for social equity applicants. I'm not saying that I agree with every statement in here. This company does have their annual license. That means it will be one of the first ones, if it is approved, to actually generate revenue for the city. So I ask you to consider that before you cast your vote.
I appreciate you giving that information, Vice Mayor, as I'll admit I'll be the one that I was concerned. I did look into their application, and I was also aware that they are the only one of the ones that actually had been issued their annual license and are going to be able to bring in, probably revenue before any of the other companies. I think my comment to this will be, I hope that those involved with that company are able to maybe pay it forward to the youth of our community and show them the benefits of, being able to create a business, maybe not coming from a great neighborhood or a great background or making poor choices, but being able to turn that around and being successful. So hopefully they're willing to be involved with our community and help our youth. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Hewitt?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Sui?
Yes.
Commissioner Watson?
No.
Commissioner Romanek?
Yes.
Mayor Orndorff?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. Item 4 is a resolution authorizing a professional services agreement between the City of Millville and McManaman, Scotland and Bauman LLC for environmental services in an amount not to exceed $25,000 from October 16, 2023 to December 31st, 2023.
Move the resolution, and I have certification of funds in the amount of $25,000, signed by our CFO, Marcella Shepherd.
Second motion.
I have a motion and a second on resolution item number 4. Any comments? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Hewitt?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Sui?
Yes.
Commissioner Watson?
Yes.
Commissioner Romanek?
Yes.
Mayor Orndorff?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 5 is a resolution authorizing a contract with R. Briscoe Enterprises Incorporated pursuant to a non-fair and open process for street patching and utility opening repairs in an amount not to exceed $40,000 for the remainder of 2023.
Make a motion, and with that, I do have the certification availability of funds in the amount of $10,000, signed by our Chief Financial Officer, Marcella D. Shepherd.
Second the motion.
I have a motion and a second on resolution item number 5. Any comments? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Hewitt?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Sui?
Yes.
Commissioner Watson?
Yes.
Commissioner Romanek?
Yes.
Mayor Orndorff?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 6 is a resolution authorizing the purchase of a 2024 Ford F-250 Super Cab box truck through state contract from Nelson Ford, Morristown, New Jersey, for the cost of $61,975.
Move the resolution, and I have certification of funds in the amount of $61,975, signed by the CFO, Marcella Shepherd.
Second motion.
I have a motion and a second on resolution item number 6. Any comments?
Yes, as I explained, this is to replace a 28-year-old truck, so it's long past replacing time.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Hewitt?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Sui?
Yes.
Commissioner Watson?
Yes.
Commissioner Romanek?
Yes.
Mayor Orndorff?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 7 is a resolution extending the conditional designation of Commercial Realty Partners LLC as redeveloper of property identified as portions of Block 136, Lot 1 within the James R. Hurley Industrial Park redevelopment area and extending an access agreement with Commercial Realty Partners LLC.
Move the resolution, item number 7.
Second motion.
No, go ahead.
Who was that?
Vice Mayor.
Okay.
I have a motion and a second on resolution item number 7. Any comments? Brock already explained this. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Hewitt?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Sui?
Yes.
Commissioner Watson?
Yes.
Commissioner Romanek?
Yes.
Mayor Orndorff?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 8 is a resolution approving to submit a grant application and execute a grant contract with the New Jersey Department of Transportation for the project entitled Aero AIP 2024 Millville City 003.
Make motion.
Second motion.
A motion second on item resolution, I'm under resolution number 8. Any comments? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Hewitt?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Sui?
Yes.
Commissioner Watson?
Yes.
Commissioner Romanek?
Yes.
Mayor Orndorff?
Yes.
Motion carries.
New business, please.
Okay, just need a motion to authorize the mayor to sign letters of support for the prospective community solar project located at 2102 to 2122 South 2nd Street and 418 South Wade Boulevard.
Make a motion on new business, item number 1.
Second motion.
A motion and second on new business item number 1. Any comments? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Hewitt?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Sui?
Yes.
Commissioner Watson?
Yes.
Commissioner Romanek?
Yes.
Mayor Orndorff?
Yes.
Okay, motion carries. I also need a motion to authorize the mayor to sign letter of vegetation management agreement for a routine brush clearing on various city properties by Asplund Tree Expert Company on behalf of Atlantic City Electric.
Make a motion.
Second the motion.
Motion and second on new business item number 2. Any comments? Roll call, please.
Commissioner Hewitt?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Sui?
Yes.
Commissioner Watson?
Yes.
Commissioner Romanek?
Yes.
Mayor Orndorff?
Yes.
Motion carries.
That was a quick meeting. We got less than 15 minutes for the game to start. Public comment portion. If anybody would like to address the commission, please come to the podium, state your name, your address, and limit those comments to 5 minutes, please.
Hi, Greg Kears, Millville, New Jersey. Peach Drive, Millville. Okay, I just have a couple questions. I was going to ask him last week, but I actually wanted to see how the presentation went before I asked. So my first question is, these all regard the 1300 Wheaton Avenue property. Per the agreement with the Millville Fire Department, that was dated 8/25 this year. Inventec was supposed to remove all the colloidal chemicals and anything deemed as their property from that property by 9/22 of last month. Is that complete?
Yes.
The colloidals and all the Inventec stuff's done?
Yes.
Okay. What about the other chemicals that were clearly in dispute, the Nimbus 9 and G-Clean? G-Clean. Yeah, G-Clean. Have they been removed
That's
too?
hand cleaner, hand sanitizer.
Yeah, the
product.
isopropyl based.
We have, the plan was given to us today.
Okay,
There's no approval from the board.
yeah.
That goes through the firehouse.
Yeah.
And fire code
I've noticed
officials.
that so far, yeah.
That is now being done also.
Okay, cool. That was my next one, because I noticed that didn't have a timeline yet, based on the Oprahs I'd gone through to this point. I was also gonna ask about the DEP, when they did the inspection, also noted that there was an amount of, I guess they use this as a qualification, less than 22,000 pounds of spent and obsolete consumer electronic products. Have they been disposed of yet?
No, that is still a work in progress for a company that will be removing that and
Okay.
disposing of it properly, correct?
Because I just wanted to know also, has the companies involved with, I guess, the ownership group, because the DEP denotes that in their report that that's an unpermitted solid waste recycling facility per state guidelines. And I didn't know if the owner had filed something with the city maybe to amend like their zoning? Or has like that been done? Like, so that maybe that could be continued in the future, or is this not gonna be there?
I honestly can't answer that for you, Greg. I don't know.
Zoning
that.
question, zoning?
I have no information regarding that.
Okay. I guess my next question is, I'm guessing then until these chemicals are gone, the cordon zone is still in effect, the 1 mile cordon zone?
I'm gonna look at my city phone here, because I
Yeah.
have a recent
Okay.
email about that. Just for people that are viewing. The zone, the 1 mile zone that
Yeah.
you were talking about.
Yeah, the 1 mile zone.
That has been.
For the instantaneous burn?
Yeah, that has been dropped.
Okay,
Has not been dropped. Hopefully, there'll be no likelihood of.
Oh, no,
ever
I
being
agree,
needed again,
I agree, yeah.
But that is always there.
yeah,
But that has been dropped because the danger has been abated.
okay, that's good, that's good.
The chemicals, it's not chemicals now, it's the
It's like hand
electronics.
sanitizer and stuff.
And hand
Yeah.
sanitizer. Hand sanitizer is taken care of. There's been a company contracted, they've given us their plan, it's been approved.
Very cool.
And the electronics and computer, the only thing I can tell you on that is requests have been made, it's ongoing, and we should know something within the next couple weeks.
Okay, this might seem like a strange question, because I've worked as an auditor in the past. Have any processes been put in place by the city to ensure that, like, something like this doesn't happen again? Because, like, the state found a lot of violations, and it's hard to believe that it was, like, only found until a fire inspection, I guess, judging by what I read. So I'm just curious if the city has any processes or to prevent something like this from happening again, because, you know, this is kind of dangerous, potentially.
Can I answer?
Inspections are the process.
Yeah,
Fine.
yeah.
Okay.
Inspections, and I don't want to sound out of line or anything. Choosing my words carefully.
No worries.
Not due to you, Greg.
No, I know, I understand.
Once on the radar, always on the radar.
I completely agree.
Can I respond?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, the whole, Greg, the whole site's been an environmental disaster area for
I'm aware. But
decades.
I am
and,
aware.
And the money that's been spent on abating it, I think that we heard previously, I think approaches $8 million. So there was an enormous amount of money that had to be spent to abate some very serious environmental problems,
Yeah.
especially to the groundwater.
Well, these are new, that's why I was wondering, they were from this year, so that's
That would-
why.
That would be a different site. You're talking about 300 G Street.
Yeah,
He's talking
I'm not talking about 300 G Street, I'm talking about 1300 Wheaton Ave. It's block 260 something, not lot, I think lot 1 maybe, lot 5, something like
Well,
that.
you're right, a significant money has been spent there, too.
Yeah.
My next question, actually, it's not really a question, I gotta say. After reading these Oprahs, I mean, there's been a lot said in the past couple meetings about professional staff, and I know Commissioner Watson talks about how great his professional staff is, but after reading this, Commissioner Hewitt, you've got a real winner in Chief Lippincott. Chief Lippincott knows what he's doing, and unlike this Mike, and judging by everything I saw in the planning, I didn't see them specifically, but I have to assume that Chief Hoffman and Chief Feltus are just as good. And it's not often that you can get professionals this good. And I think Millville's really lucky, and I don't think the citizens know how lucky they are sometimes because they don't see this kind of stuff because they don't really look. I mean, I found it by mistake. So, I mean, shout out to your department. They are amazing, and yeah, they were great. And I got to give a rare shout out too. The state DEP has kicked butt on this. They've been movers and shakers, and Millville's safer today because of the state DEP. And that's not often said in this city. So,
Appreciate your comments.
Greg, I thank you for that. And just so you know, I thank them and I call them a team. They are a team. Without the chiefs, we wouldn't be where we are because they are all dedicated, and the personnel.
Seeing nobody else, oh, go ahead, Mary, did you? Sorry.
It's not really a concern. It's Mary Messick here. of
Mary, can you
Millville.
just try to speak into the mic? Sorry, just so it's picked up. Just hold it. There we go. It's
There
probably
we go.
smart at this point.
Mary Messick here of Millville. It's not really a concern. It's a shout out, so to speak. On the table where the agendas are, there's little stickers for Recycling Coach. For those of you that don't have them on your trash cans already, I would suggest you pick them up, put them on your trash cans, screenshot the little barcode. That gives you the listing of not only your trash days, your recycling days, but when brush is due, when they're coming by to pick up brush, picking up tires, picking up appliances, and waste, different things, which is a whole lot better than the company that we have that's doing the trash removal, because their site only gives you trash day and recycling day. And I know there's a lot of people that are always asking, when are they doing brush? When are they doing leaves? This tells you. Not only that, but it can also sit there if you're in doubt about something as far as if it's recyclable or not. It will tell you what is recyclable, what is not, because there are quizzes on there, and you can take the little quiz, and it gives you the answer right away. And trust me, I've done multiple of those quizzes, and I'm surprised. I'm right on top of what they say is recyclable and what is not recyclable. But not everybody does that, and not everyone knows that. And for that, I applaud the city for having that particular app, and I thank you.
Thank you, Mary. Seeing nobody else, will close the public comment and go to closing comments of commissioners.
Yes, that's one of them, but November 7th, please go out and vote. It's a key integral part of our whole government here in the United States of America. And being that said, City Commission meeting is moved to Wednesday, November 8th. Thank you, Mr. Khan, David. That is valuable information. I know when I was growing up here in Millville, there was no lacrosse. The only school that had lacrosse was Ocean City when I was in high school or middle school era. So it's great to see that Millville is having those teams come about, and that is a good sight to see. Yes, it is Game 2 NLCS, if you can't tell. Go Phillies against the Diamondbacks. Thank you, Mayor.
I don't have anything, thank you.
Commissioner Hewitt.
Not much more to say. Greg, thank you for your thoughts, your questions. I keep saying we're a team. We are. We've got a good public safety team. With that, that's all, Mayor.
Thank you. Vice Mayor?
Yes, I will leave you guys with this quote. If you set out to be liked, you would be prepared to compromise on anything at any time, and you would achieve nothing. And that's from Margaret Thatcher. That's all.
I don't know if I have anything else to comment. My report was rather lengthy this evening, but I just want to thank everybody for their continued support, especially people in the community like David Kahn and others who are so involved with our youth. A lot going on, so please check out the resources within our community. Thank you all for coming this evening. Thank you for those who are watching. Thank you for the concerns and questions. Thank you to my commission as well for doing all the hard work that you guys put in on a daily basis, and to our city staff as well. Hope everybody has a great evening. Go Phillies, and I just need a motion to adjourn.
Make a
Motion?
All in favor?
All right.